2019 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Welcome back to the Blacktop, y'all. We already know I always got next. So before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button down low. If you're looking for consistent basketball content, this is definitely the place you want to be. Now with the midseason here, the All-Star game is right around the corner. And I want to talk a little bit about who I think is the midseason MVP, six man, all those type of things. We're going to try and have a little bit of fun with it as well. So let's get right into it, man. Now the award races are starting to heat up towards the second half of the season. So let's start out with Coach of the Year. My Coach of the Year right now is Taylor Jenkins, because the job he has done with that young Memphis Grizzlies team is incredible. Kind of similar to what Nate McMillan did with my Hawks last year, but Taylor Jenkins for this Grizzlies team and what he has done with Ja Morant really taking that next step, being the top 3-point guard in this league in my opinion, reaching that superstar level status, and he was hurt for a handful of games, with an ankle injury, and they're still winning games. Dylan Brooks is down right now, who's probably their best wing defender, one of their best shooters, and he's also down right now, and they're still top 4 seed in the West. Jaren Jackson continues to get better. Their rookie, Zaire Williams, has looked pretty good for, his age and being a rookie. He's looked all right. So we're going to continue to see this team grow. And can they be, a legit contender? Find out in my next video for that. I got a video coming for that. But with that being said, you can't overlook also what JB Bickerstaff has done with the Cavaliers. Because let's face it, nobody's seen the Cavaliers being the top 5 seed in the East this year. I thought that was going to be trash. Let's call it for what it is. The Cavaliers have been a catastrophe ever since LeBron left. With the draftings, questionable decisions. Nobody really seen this coming, especially when they signed Lauri Markkanen and starting him at the 3. I think everybody in the world was saying Lauri Markkanen cannot play the 3. But it's worked out for him. Darius Garland has taken a next step in his game as well. He's looked great. He should be an all-star this year as a reserve, averaging almost 20 a game. He has played incredible. Jared Allen, defensive anchor for the Cavs. He has improved. He looks great. And then they just have a lot of role guys. Kevin Love has came back off his injury, has played pretty well. He was in a lot of trade rumors to begin with, talking about if he's going to get bought out. I think he's probably going to stick around with this Cavs team. Now, I think they're obviously a few steps away. But what JB Bickerstaff has done with this young Cavs team is also incredible, and that can't be overlooked. I think Taylor Jenkins and JB Bickerstaff are definitely 1 and 2 in terms of Coach of the Year. You can put either one and either one number 2. I wouldn't be mad at that because they're both incredible in what they're doing for their young teams, respectively. Now we're going to move on to Most Improved Player. Right now, as the way the season is going, my most improved player is Miles Bridges for the Charlotte Hornets. What he's done with his game in terms of going to, taking that next step, improved his 3-ball, can take guys off the dribble. One of the best finishers in the NBA, constantly putting guys on posters. He tortures my Hawks every time we play him, and it sickens me because we can't find a way to stop him. But he's a beast, man, and I feel like he probably is going to be an all-star reserve this year, and rightfully so. And I think he has moved into the top 5 conversation in terms of power forwards this year. That's probably a little bit of a hot take, but let me know what y'all think about that. I think he is a top 5 power forward this year, in the NBA. No Zion, he's down. But, you can't overlook guys like Ja Morant. I did just talk about what Ja Morant was doing with the Grizzlies, and he's definitely in the conversation, as well as Darius Garland. 2 guys I just got finished talking about. They have also taken their game to the next level. I would not be shocked if either one of them wins Most Improved. But you kind of expected out of Ja Morant. Everybody knew he was going to be a superstar in this league. So that's why personally I can't give it to him. Darius Garland definitely is in consideration. And I'm not taking anything away from him because that kid can ball as well. But to me, Miles Bridges and what he's done with the Charlotte Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets don't have a ton of talent on that roster outside of LaMelo Ball. They're constantly trying to figure out lineups, and they're still winning ball games. I think they're sitting at number 7 right now in the East. So they're winning games. Again, Miles Bridges has tortured my Hawks every time I watch them, them play. I think he scored 36 or something like that, a few weeks ago against the Hawks. Well, probably a few months ago now. But he's taking his game to the next level. He definitely deserves to be an all-star. Now let's talk about the Defensive Player of the Year. This is an award that I feel like every year is the same guys in the running. Giannis, Draymond, Rudy Gobert, guys like that. And I feel like wings don't get enough love, for what they do on the court. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, guys like Scotty Barnes. I know Scotty Barnes is a rookie, and I'm not saying he deserves it, but just a wing in general, they don't get enough love for winning Defensive Player of the Year. I know Kawhi, I think, has one on his resume, and he has been hurt, so I don't count him. But just in general, it has been dominated by the center. The award has been dominated by the center for how many years? We've seen it in 2012, 2013, one of those years, 2011, that Marc Gasol won the award, and it definitely should have went to LeBron. Everybody in the world knows that LeBron should have won Defensive Player of the Year that year, and it's a shame that he didn't, but that's a different topic for another day. So, as of right now, at this point in the year of the NBA season, I think Giannis, to me, is the Defensive Player of the Year. What he does on the court in terms of being able to guard all 5 positions, switching out on point guards, can guard centers in the post, block shot, rebound, do it all on the defensive end. To me, he is the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not taking anything away from guys like Draymond. Draymond can also guard 1 through 5. Being only 6'6", 6'7", I feel like he can't do it at a high rate as Giannis can. Not taking anything away from Rudy Gobert as well. He is the anchor of the Jazz defense, but he's a shot blocker. He can't switch out on the guards, but Giannis can. So to me, right now, my guy Giannis is one of my favorite players, is the Defensive Player of the Year. Now let's talk about the 6th Man of the Year. And to me, this is probably the most obvious one of them all, and it's Tyler Hero, right? Tyler Hero has balled out this year for the Miami Heat off the bench, which is crazy he's even coming off the bench because, to me, he's better than Duncan Robinson and should be starting. But again, different topic for another day. Tyler Hero has really taken a step in his game this season. I know he came out, I think, in the offseason after Trey got his extension and Luka got his extension, that he is in conversation with them and he should get paid like them. I said, pump the brakes, my guy. You ain't on the star level of Trey and Luka, but he does, deserve to definitely get paid. And I don't think he's going to get a contract like that, but he is proven why he should get a pretty big contract. And he is a really young guard in this league. Can play point guard, can play the 2, and might even be able to play the 3 in a small ball lineup. He's an excellent shooter off the dribble, excellent off catch and shoot. He can take you off the dribble and get to the rim. Tyler Hero really is taking his game to the next level this season. I really want to see him continue to grow and improve on the defensive end. But to me, Tyler Hero is the 6th Man of the Year. Now, you can throw in guys like Kelly Oubre, because Kelly Oubre has played excellent with the Hornets off the bench. He is a spark plug. He gives them energy. He gives them a little bit of defense. He's a good shooter. Kelly Oubre definitely respectfully deserves to be in the conversation, but to me, it's obviously Tyler Hero, and I don't even think it's remotely close, to say the least. But what Tyler Hero's done with the Heat cannot be overlooked, and to me, he is the 6th Man of the Year this year. Now let's talk about the MVP. And this year's MVP, man, it's going to be a close race towards the back half of the season, and we are in for a treat. Probably going to be the closest race we've seen in quite some years. And my MVP is Trey, man. Come on. Trey Young's the MVP of this league.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, I'm just playing. Let me stop all that. I would love to see Trey Young get into the conversation, into the top 5 MVP conversation, but we're not winning enough games. Maybe if we string together some more, wins, go on another win streak, then maybe Trey can enter that conversation. But to me, right now, Joel Embiid is the MVP of this league. Now, you have guys like Joker, you guys like John Morant, guys like my boy Giannis, and those guys are definitely in the conversation, but what Joel Embiid is doing for the Sixers right now in terms of carrying that franchise, kind of like my guy Allen Iverson did, my all-time favorite player, carried them to the 2001 Finals. He's doing something similar to that in terms of keeping them afloat and really carrying them with no Ben Simmons. He is arguably the best center in the league. You can argue him or Joker. They're both 1 and 2 at their position, 1A, 1B, however you want to put it. And Joker's doing something similar right now with the Nuggets, with no Michael Porter Jr., with no Jamal Murray. He's doing something crazy with the Nuggets, almost averaging a triple-double, so he respectfully and rightfully deserves to be in the MVP conversation. But I think it is Joel Embiid. Can't take anything away from guys like Giannis and John Morant. John Morant is my sleeper. He is my sleeper for MVP. I talked about him a little bit earlier when I was talking about, Coach of the Year and Most Improved. What Ja has done for the Grizzlies this year can't be overlooked as well. I don't quite think he's number one right now, but he definitely is in the conversation. Back to Joel Embiid, man, what he's doing with the Sixers, again, with no Ben Simmons, they don't have a ton of shooters. They don't really have a lot of scorers in general. You know, Tobias Harris is streaky. He's kind of off and on. You never really know what you're going to get from Tobias Harris. He's been in trade rumors. We still don't know what's going to happen with Ben Simmons. Will he be traded at the deadline? I don't think so. I think they're probably going to wait till the offseason to see what's going on with James Harden. But they got to make a move at the deadline. They got to get Joel some help if they're really going to be in contention in the Eastern Conference this year. I think they're sitting at the 5 or 6 seed right now, which is extremely impressive considering the roster that they have, you know, with the lack of help that Embiid has. Seth Curry is an excellent shooter. Korkmaz is kind of streaky as a shooter. Tyrese Maxey has really stepped up his game this year and has filled in a nice role for the Sixers. I would like to see him continue to elevate his game, but to me, Joel Embiid is the MVP. Giannis is definitely in conversation. I love Giannis. He's in conversation every year, kind of like LeBron was, you know, for his 19-year prime. But I think he has passed the torch. Kevin Durant is another guy that, you know, we have seen in conversation, especially before he got injured. He probably was the MVP of this league, you know, this year. But going down with that injury, he's out 6 to 8 weeks or so. He's probably going to fall out of the conversation too far to where he's not going to be able to get back in it. And that's a shame because Kevin Durant, man, he's different. Best scorer in the NBA. I still don't personally think he's the best player in the NBA. That's another topic for another day. Let me know if y'all want me to make a video on that. But Joel Embiid, to me, is the MVP. Curry probably was in the running as well. But he has kind of taken that step back as well. He has been in a shooting slump lately. The Warriors haven't been great ever since Klay got back, ironically. They haven't won a ton of games. They're starting to pick it up a little bit, but I'd like to see the Warriors get back on track. They're still number 2 in the West behind the Suns, but I'd like to see them get back on track, and I'd like to see Curry get back on track and really start to shoot the ball better because he has been in a slump. But with that being said, man, those are my picks for the award races at the midseason this year, right before the All-Star break. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know down in the comments who y'all think the MVP is and who you think those other awards belong to. And with that being said, I'll catch y'all next episode.